South Africa have been introduced ever since the end of the apartheid in 1994. And since then, the ties have been increasing socially, regionally, and economically ever since. After that, the South African Minister of Students had come to India to celebrate the 20 years of South African independence, and she said that it was a gesture from the South African government to thank the Indian counterpart for their aid in the liberalization. Both India and South Africa are part of the BRIC countries. So it was initially Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and then South Africa was the fifth country to be added. So BRIC nations are basically countries which are developing countries who work on improving their lives and turning into developed countries. Both India and South Africa are also part of the Commonwealth Republic and nations. So Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, he had started his political and legal career in South Africa, and he started a lot of civil disobedience movements back there before he lived in India. Nelson Mandela, who was a revolutionary activist and politician, he was awarded the Mahatma Gandhi Peace Prize and also the Bharat Ratna from the Indian government for his way of working. Then in the 2003 Cricket World Cup, Saurav Ganguly, the captain of the Indian team, was asked to unveil the statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Peter Martyrs Park. And then, recently Pranab Mukherjee, he inaugurated a e-network, which is basically in South Africa. So like more than 50 countries of South Africa can get access to Indian education, like top IT institutes from India, and also healthcare. So this was based on reducing the cost of education and healthcare in South Africa. Now I pass on the line to Kalachuk to talk about political.
Thank you, Rishabh. Good afternoon. I'm going to talk on the political relation of India and South Africa. First, I'm going to talk about the IBSA. IBSA, the Brasilia Declaration, is a signed agreement that is signed by three countries, that is Brazil, South Africa, and India. This is an agreement for cooperation between the South-South countries. These three countries are located in the south part of the planet. So this is to increase the cooperation of these three countries on trade and other factors. This is a tri-party cooperation. IBSA Dialogue Forum. These are the IBSA summits that occurred almost every consecutive year, and India has announced to give its next IBSA summit that is going to occur next year. This year. And also, I didn't tell the meaning of IBSA. IBSA means in India, Brazil, and South Africa. The recent topics on political relations are India's visit to South Africa. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President of South Africa, President Zuma, talked on contemporary and global issues on trade, agriculture, and other factors that were needed to develop these countries. And they also signed an agreement called the Paris Agreement, which on climate change. This is an agreement for reducing global warming, and it is signed by several other countries. And they also addressed about their commitment towards climate change, on strength adaptation, and also strength adaptation and how to control climate change.
Now for the economic relations. by the latest report of our frontier advisor, Mr. Birla. Our bilateral trade has increased by 135%, and in the past 5 years, Indian companies have invested more than $325.825 million in South Africa. Looking at this chart, South Africa has been ranked number 2 in African countries after Nigeria, importing drugs, dyes, chemicals and rice from there. Major exporters from India are Tata, which are in automobiles, IT sectors and hospitality, Mahindra and Rand Taxi. Major exporters from South Africa are STD, Brand Merchant Banks and ASCA, which played an important role in upgrading the Mumbai airport. Thank you.